we now are discovering that we're made of a different matter than we ever knew we were made of. And that means that the Illuminati technologies of mind control, of poisoning, of the digital highway, etc., do not have the same effect on us, except where we subscribe to social personas and emotions. So there is a tremendous message in this new hadronic science, which is saying we're made of a completely different material than we could have imagined. Now it's becoming visible because we have the mathematics and the technology to see it. And this particular matter, which is evident in the Florida labs of Dr. Santilli, where they make a magna-gas flame that cuts through steel at a much quicker rate than a normal flame does, but a human hand can pass through it, which means that the geometry inside the human hand in a living state must be in a more complex configuration than the magna flame. And this is called then hypermagnicals, and this is where you go into the physical body and you have a time-traveling substance. It's just scratching the surface.
Fabulous. I mean, this information is actually very vital, and I think at this time, because it's about time that people start realizing how multidimensional we really are and how incredible our bodies are and what we're capable of. It's actually the act of understanding or beginning to accept or realize that we have these powers that gives us that access to these powers. It's a funny, it's funny how one thing follows the other.
It's also the condition of us being met midway by our future and far, far past, who are operating in a physical state this way. So we need to become like them by ourselves. They don't want to give the game away by them just overtly coming in that state, and we then start to worship them and want them as our saviors. There is an internal metamorphosis happening. The Ganesh particle demonstrates that, but hadronic mechanics also demonstrates that. There is a change happening in the body that is measurable, and the whole gravitational field of the planet has changed, and of the whole solar system. And we then start to worship them and want them as our saviors. And we then start to worship them and want them as our saviors.